Marvel Comics Convention, Madison Square Garden, 1976. I can't believe I took 4 10-year-old boys by myself on a train to Manhattan, my mother says, decades later. My personal mission? Requisition an original Daredevil number 47. Brother Take My Hand, the iconic issue where Dee befriends Willie Lincoln, a soldier blinded by shrapnel in Vietnam. Lincoln ends up mixed up with gangsters back in Hell's Kitchen, and Daredevil pummels some on a stairwell. A melee memorialized on the issue's cover, where the man without fear swings upside down, one hand on the banister, his red boots smacking one thug in the face while another, already smacked, tumbles backward toward a third. In a life-threatening moment, Daredevil stretches his crimson gauntlet toward Lincoln to save him from falling, and Dee, in his unmasked identity as Matt Murdock, extends a symbolic hand in how to believe in oneself when the world appears always in darkness. The brotherhood between the three, Murdock, Lincoln, and Dee, is a brotherhood of feeling with fingers to find a way forward, but also a brotherhood that reaches across race. To 5th grade me, it meant I too could find brothers beyond borders, and we could support each other on the ball field, in the wrestling room, in the cafeteria when flirting. Originally published in December 1968, the issue sold for 12 cents. But 8 years later, when we trooped cross town with my mother from Grand Central Station to Madison Square Garden, I knew it would cost at least $5 out of the 15 I had with me. Birthday money I clutched tightly inside my front pocket when we trafficked into the sacred edifice where Earl the Pearl scooped and hooped and Clyde Frazier fluttered and buttered. The floor buzzed like a giant wasp, loud and chaotic. 1,000 glistening tables and 10 times that many people. My mother struggled with surveillance as we, Fantastic Four wide eyes, scattered and dug for comics like moloids. It wasn't long before I rescued DD-47 in pretty good condition, swathed in plastic for $6.67. Most new issues were settling for $0.25, so I could likely snag a couple more vintage mags and still fill my bag with an abundance of Cap, Roy High Kid, and Black Panther to read on the train back to the suburbs. Heck, I might even sequester $1 I could splurge on a lemon-flavored Italian ice at the refreshments booth. In truth, the adventure seemed a phenomenal success until I noticed the distress of one of my buddies when he fished into his pocket for his money and found a cosmic void worthy of a Captain Marvel voyage. Was his fistful of dough stolen, forgotten in a train seat cushion, or had he dropped it somewhere along the Avenue of the Americas? Nobody, not even one of the nearby adult dudes dressed as a SHIELD agent, could answer that question. And while the rest of us stuffed our bags with hero stories, my friend's tears flowed freely, having traveled all this way to New York City for a once-in-a-grade school experience, and now, with no power in his pocket, he, like Peter Parker when J. Jonah Jameson rejected his photos, would return home empty. But then, as if she'd heard the bellowing of a great bugle, and not unlike the arrival of no longer dusted heroes retrieved from limbo to square up against Thanos, except without any celestial assistance, my mother, with no cape, mask, or radar sense, reached her hand toward my friend, whom she hardly knew, grasped his fingers and slipped him a 20 as if he'd shared her womb with me. And he filled his bag with stories of Spidey, Hulk, and the Banshee. And we trooped back across the city, not holding hands, but still clinging close so my mother could watch over us as if we were brothers.